When your phone buzzes with another bill you weren't expecting, or you check your bank account and immediately feel your stomach tighten, something remarkable, and not in a good way, is happening. Financial stress isn't just making you worried, it's actually changing the way your brain works. And the most unsettling part? Many people don't even realize it's happening until they start feeling like a different version of themselves. Imagine a man named David. He used to make thoughtful decisions, laugh easily with his family, and sleep through the night. But after months of struggling to pay rent and keep up with expenses, little things began to change. He became forgetful. Small problems felt overwhelming. He snapped at people he loved. He wasn't becoming weaker. His brain was adapting to survive what it believed was a constant threat. That's because your brain doesn't distinguish much between the fear of a predator and the fear of unpaid bills. Both activate the body's stress response. The moment financial pressure becomes chronic, your brain releases a hormone called cortisol. In small amounts, cortisol helps you stay alert. But when it remains elevated for weeks or months, it begins to interfere with how your brain functions. One of the first areas affected is the prefrontal cortex, the part of your brain responsible for planning, reasoning, self-control, and sound decision-making. When this region is under pressure, thinking clearly becomes harder. You may struggle to concentrate, forget simple tasks, or make impulsive financial decisions that only deepen the problem. It's not because you've lost your intelligence. It's because your brain has shifted its priorities from long-term planning to immediate survival. At the same time, another part of the brain called the amygdala becomes more active. Think of it as your internal alarm system. Under prolonged financial stress, that alarm keeps ringing, making you more anxious, more sensitive to bad news, and more likely to expect the worst. Even neutral situations can begin to feel threatening. This constant state of alertness also affects your sleep. You lie in bed replaying unpaid bills, imagining future expenses, or wondering how you'll make ends meet. Poor sleep then raises cortisol even further, creating a cycle that's difficult to break. The next day, your patience is shorter, your memory is weaker, and your emotional resilience is lower. It's a loop that quietly feeds itself. Relationships often suffer too. Financial stress can make people withdraw, become defensive, or argue over issues that once seemed minor. Loved ones may think you've changed, when in reality, your brain is operating under relentless pressure. Even your motivation can fade. Tasks that once felt manageable now seem exhausting because your mental energy is constantly being drained by worry. The encouraging news is that your brain is remarkably adaptable. Scientists call this neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to change and recover. As financial stability improves, or even as healthy coping strategies reduce chronic stress, your brain can begin to heal. Regular exercise, quality sleep, supportive relationships, mindfulness, and taking small, consistent financial steps can all help lower cortisol and restore clear thinking. Progress doesn't require solving every money problem overnight. It begins with reducing the feeling that you're facing them alone. So if financial anxiety has been making you feel forgetful, emotional, or mentally exhausted, remember this: you're not imagining it and you're not broken. Your brain has been doing its best to protect you in difficult circumstances. The real victory isn't pretending the stress doesn't exist. It's understanding what's happening, taking one steady step at a time, and trusting that both your finances and your mind can recover. Sometimes the strongest investment you can make isn't just in your bank account, it's in giving your brain the chance to breathe again.